I am pleased that Boniface Engineering is sponsoring Ryan Vickers, local sportsman, a professional British superbike rider during the 2022 season. 2022 is a special year for Boniface as it celebrates its 40th anniversary. We hope 2022 will be a successful year for Ryan as well.
Thanks a lot, Mike. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you in the 2022 season. My favourite track is actually a really difficult question to ask. I've been asked this question multiple times, but it's actually really difficult because I enjoy riding all of the circuits in the UK. There isn't a circuit I don't enjoy riding. They all have their own characteristics. I think the few that stand out to me is Cadwell Park. It's always a great circuit, great for the fans. You can be really close to the fans as well, which is awesome. You have the famous mountain jump as well, there's no other circuit like it in the world, and it is a cool circuit. I love Thruxton as well, so we've gone from Cadwell Park, which is really tight and twisty, to Thruxton, which is the fastest average lap in the whole of the UK. It's over 100-mile-an-hour lap on average, which is also an amazing circuit. It's so exhilarating, it's fast, you know. And also somewhere like Alton Park, it's a real parkland course, a lot of hills, natural. There's a fair few circuits in the UK where I do love riding, so it's difficult to put my finger on my favourite, but I enjoy them all, to be honest. I think the biggest sacrifice is actually through my whole childhood, really. Is actually separating myself from the normal sort of things that people my age do growing up, you know, going out and partying and stuff like that. Most of my friends that I went to school with, I don't really see a great deal, because it's so different. You know, most weekends, most people are free. I'm normally busy on the weekends, so normally my whole friendship group has been a lot of older people, really, more like my brother's age, 29, 30, stuff like that. And yeah, you have to commit yourself to your sport, and if you want to be the best, then you've got to do it. You know, eating correctly and training all the time and stuff like that. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just missing out on a few of the parties and bits and bobs like that. Yeah, so outside of racing, especially in the last few years, I've taken up a bit of golf. I love golf now. My manager Roger actually owns a golf course, and that's how it came about. I was up there with him, and, you know, having a few meetings and stuff, and we ended up hitting a few golf balls, and I weren't too bad at it, and ended up getting a set of clubs, and I can't keep away from it now. It's actually a nice thing to get away from racing, because racing is real high tempo. It's a lot of adrenaline, whereas golf, you can just completely relax and take yourself away from the racing, because sometimes you can put too much pressure on yourself and overthink it as well. So it's nice sometimes at the race meetings before the races, just go out and with a few friends and sponsors as well. It's a great way to interact with people. Yeah, so Peter Hickman, my teammate, he's obviously the famous road racing guy, Northwest TT, you know, fastest lap, wins everything. Would I do it? I don't know. I don't think so. It's one of those things. It's you've really got to have your heart set on it. I'd love to go around the Isle of Man TT on a closed road. I'd love to spend the time learning the circuit and studying it, and actually ride around it at fast pace, but at my own pace. I don't think I'd actually want to race it. I think racing those kind of roads it's not for me. It's too dangerous. It's just one of those things. I'd love to have the opportunity to do a closed road, because I enjoy riding on the road. I enjoy that freedom, you know. It is a cool feeling. Sponsors, from my point of view, are a massive part of the progression to being a superbike racer. You know, you have to have that support of local companies like Mike Boniface has supported me from a young age to give me the opportunity to progress. And when I got the opportunity to race in the British Superbikes, I decided to quit my job as an engineer and focus all of my attention on being a professional racer, to be able to get the most out of it. So that's why the sponsors to me are a really, really big part of it, and I'm thankful for all the support. Yeah, so my future, how I want to progress, I would love to race in the World Superbikes. To be honest, I want to race in MotoGP. MotoGP is the ultimate goal, but it is very hard to get into nowadays. It's very hard. Even if you're the best rider in the world, sometimes the opportunity just doesn't arise. But I want to be a world champion, and if that's in World Superbikes, then that's where we're going to go. And if we continue progressing the way we are and have a great year in the British Superbikes, then it's quite likely to be on the cards that we could potentially progress. Here's to a great season, the Boniface logo on my helmet and also on my levers. Hopefully we can see this on the podium. Thanks a lot.